Good love, good light, and good way illuminators and way showers. This is Wendy with Languages of Lights, bringing to you the light codes of nature and everything that sings the languages of lights, speaks the languages of lights, because everything is the language of love. And love is light. So I wanted to begin also by saying thank you for being here with me today, in this way, in this now. I treasure beyond measure this time we have together. The information and the messages, the comments, everything that comes through as a result of this, the reality that we create together as a result of all of this, is it's more multi-layered and multidimensional than I can even begin to explain. So I wanted to begin once again in gratitude and say thank you. And to remind everybody, well, first of all, I wanted to say how good it is to be back outside. We've been kind of stuck indoors for the last few days. The snow's been kind of too deep to come out. So here we are, and I see deer tracks all over the place. So I love coming out here and walking after a snowfall when there's no tracks yet, except for the animals. So I feel really connected to them out here. And it reminds me of when I was a kid, watching Dr. Dolittle and being so frustrated yet so excited to know that we can talk to the animals. And with the equinox coming up, the spring equinox, spring's going to be here in a few days up here in the northern hemisphere, and of course autumn in the northern or southern hemisphere. So there's this, once again, this kind of flip-flop of energy, this polarity, this idea of polarity, and sunlight and moonlight. And I've been feeling this huge flux of energy coming through, as if there's been some, I don't know, special, how do I explain this? Like we're going through a growth spurt. I had the most fascinating, amazing new meeting yesterday. So here's to you, Kat. Kit Kat, this one's for you. And an amazing conversation today. And I feel as if right now, this spring equinox, spring and autumn equinox coming up, that there's some new surge of information, of energy that for humanity. I feel like it's been building and building. I've been feeling very strongly this idea of the ancients, the ascended masters, the idea of the law of one and Ra. So I was very excited today when James Charles channeled Ra in the Saturday webinar of Human Colony. Check it out if you are interested in learning more about your extraterrestrial and spirit guide connections, so forth, and what's happening out there on the colonies and the ships and how they're helping Earth. So I feel like all of this is all, I don't know, like we're expanding. We are, I got the image today that of like when a mother is preparing, for childbirth, and as the child grows, the skin expands. It's as if we are expanding and contracting, where we grow in order to accept more energy and understand how to manage it and express it. And that we are actually almost preparing for our own new birth. I guess that's kind of the feeling I'm getting, that we're stretching our skin so we can accept this new information and more energy. And when I say skin, I'm talking about our energetic being, body, light body, and the integration of the light body, the physical body. This idea now of understanding the trinary, the Trinity, the concept of this integration of body, mind, spirit, and that they're like almost like geometric formations. Well, they are. Anyway, I'm trying to explain what I'm seeing in my head, and I'm not doing a very good job. So it's just, and this idea of the sunlight and the moonlight and the eclipses, and this information I keep receiving again and whoops, again and again. Sorry, guys, almost tripped over a log there. Again and again about just the information coming from the moonlight and those that are observing from the moon. So there's just a lot of information I feel that's that has to do with the sun and the moon and polarity and us and our bodies and our spirit selves and our physical selves, and this and the idea that that's what ascension is. It's becoming aware of all that we are. In a big way, in a way that we really haven't before. And isn't, I guess, this what all of these last few years have been all about. And each new wave, starting in 1987, each new wave that came through at the particular times when they would take the so-called temperature of the human collective consciousness to see what we were and weren't ready for. What information are we going to take and use for the betterment of the community, or what are we going to continue to use it for destruction? So this stuff is it's so multi-leveled, yet it's completely and utterly integrated. Every single facet of what we're experiencing, of course, because we're creating it. We're creating it as a mass consciousness. And we are all agreeing to play in this game. So I go back and forth and through, I go from these higher dimensional images that I'm given and understandings, yet I feel like I sometimes can't even explain really the levels of the information I'm receiving. Like I can't even put it into our language, which is one of the reasons why I think I adore and we all like light languages so much, because of how it makes us feel, because it strips away the need to explain it. We get to feel what they're telling us, these higher realms. So when I come here in the forest and in the trees, I'm experiencing these other dimensions and these other beings. And I love it when you guys tell me that you can see them, because when I'm walking around, it's as if I'm not actually even seeing where I'm walking. I'm letting them guide me, because I feel as if I'm floating sometimes over the snow and over the forest and over the, I can't even really explain it. It's as if I'm here, but I'm also everywhere else, somewhere else, or experiencing myself everywhere else also while I'm here, if that makes sense. So I feel multidimensional when I come out here. And I feel as if when you guys tell me you see the beings out there, out here in the forest, I really start to understand then that we can experience these multi-dimensions, but we have to experience it on a non-thought level. And this is why we have got to get in the quiet of ourselves. And many people I know have been kind of hermitized lately. They've been really inside themselves, and not in a sad way at all. It's okay, I'm really gonna I really want to know who I am. I really want to know what's going on. I really want to know what this is all about. And we're all ready to know. And that's what they've been waiting for in order, and I say they, the higher dimensional and our ETs and our ET friends and family, they're all taking our temperature, waiting for us to feel that and be okay with that feeling. So when I'm out here, I can experience this, and I know that they're here. And I see in a lot of my videos now, when I'm posting them and I start to see the orbs, and I'm like, okay, did I really see that? And is it just me? And so when you guys tell me, oh, did you see those orbs? I feel so much better, because I too, just like every other human, want to know, okay, is this really happening to me? I mean, this is just as amazing for me as it is for everyone else. So we all need to know that we're here for each other and that we're not going crazy. And, we talk about healing. And, they've been really telling me a lot lately, we've really got to get away from that idea of healing, the idea of that we're broken, that there's something that needs to be fixed. There's nothing wrong with us. That's what they're saying. You guys need to understand, you're just like, you're giving birth to who you are. There's nothing wrong with you. So when we talk about healing, when all this time in past lives and karma, and it's not, they're saying it's not what we think it is, and it's not how we think it is either, or why. They're telling us we kind of got it all wrong. So to let go of all the predisposed ideas and let yourself stretch. Let your skin stretch. Let yourself, all of us, stretch and grow into, these new ideas and dimensions, and breathing into it and letting yourself expand without resisting it. They showed me how they gave me the connection today about the volcanic activity right now is very high, and as many of us know, Mount Etna just erupted as well. So they showed me this, that we are literally spewing out, the lava, spewing out all of the ash, the stuff that needs to come out from our centers, that is ready to lay a whole new foundation for the world around us, our own physical world, our own personal spaces, our own platforms from which we stand. It will be a brand new, fresh ground, so to speak. And it's like we're allowing all this lava to solidify, to give us a brand new foundation so that we can stand in a brighter light, stand taller, stand clearer, with clearer knowings of what our highest joy is, what our gifts are, what our abilities are, what we're here to share, what we're supposed to do. And when I say supposed to, that supposed to means what excites you, what makes you so excited that that's all you want to do and think about. That's what that means. It's that easy. It's that simple. So the ability to see all of these connections, and to understand that how one activates another, and the sounds and the sights, and the light codes and the plants, everything is speaking to us from source. Everything, because you're creating everything around you. So as these days come to nearing the spring equinox, they're really showing us in images, in dreams, in thought patterns, in our manifestations are happening faster. You ask for, okay, who can I speak to help me with this thing, this job, this idea? How do I implement this? How do how do I look at this relationship a new way? How do I let go of this relationship that I know isn't serving me, that I'm hanging on to for what I know are all the wrong reasons that are not serving me? Just help me and show me. They're asking us to ask them for all the little stuff, but that's the big stuff. How do I handle this conversation I have to take care of? How do I present the best side of me in this meeting, in this joining of energy? How can I show who I am without ego, but with strength and confidence and knowing? Don't we all feel better when we walk into any kind of meeting, any kind of circumstance, who we have to deal with in a given time? And don't we feel better when we're dealing with somebody who's sure and knowing, but yet non-egoic, that the knowing comes from a place of gentle kindness and the idea of what is the best for the one is the best for the all, and a person of integrity and strength. And when I say strength, we really just mean strength is just knowing. It's knowing who you are without needing to be boastful or arrogant or what's the word, to diminish another's light, to make ours stronger. All of that evaporates when you're doing it from a place from the heart, and where the upper chakras and the lower chakras are coming together in this united place and space within inside of us, where the heart mind is the new guide, not the brain. The brain is not designed to do the task for which we have given it, but I was trying to think of a stronger word than given it, but assigned it, perhaps. Think if you were given a plumber's job and we're given electrician's tools to do it. Not that it can't be done, but it surely isn't the path of least resistance. So, and it's not fair to set ourselves up for the perception of failure. And it's all a perception. It's really all a perception, isn't it? Everything is what we perceive ourselves to be is what we are. That is why we're free will beings. Okay, oh, this is awesome. Okay, maybe. Well, I won't be able to prop this up and turn around the camera because it doesn't let you do that. So, I was just going to stop for just a second and take a little sip of my coffee, and I'm going to go have I got to watch where I'm walking a little bit here. Well, I guess I don't. See, that's what happens. Oh, and there's a little, there's a little message of faith. See, when I'm walking around and talking, I'm not even afraid because I know they're taking care of me. They're showing me where to walk and where not to walk so that I'm safe. But as soon as I let my mind in, as soon as I start feeling the fear of, I better watch where I'm walking, that's when I begin to stumble. It's that simple. We let the fear in, and then we let it manifest. And then we wonder why. Well, then we don't believe that, if I also let the happy in, that will manifest. If I let the calm in, that will manifest. If I let the clarity in, that will manifest. We believe we can create the bad, but we don't believe we can create the magic, the magnificent, the miracles. This is what we're here to wake up to. This is our spring. This is our birth. This is our knowing of who we are. Okay. One pause. Okay, so I found a nice little log to sit on. So the first thing I heard just now was healing isn't about fixing yourself. It's about embracing yourself. It's about accepting yourself. That's what healing is. It's putting yourself together, bringing yourself back together. Miarukoya mea satashi mayoa ke ate satatigana ke la koha. He tia sani wala koreana palo korean bako. Senia wa haleata tateno numa. Lenko yeshanori palo kotoko yapako bashotayana ke sanesa. Se pirima rohani tayala yanawa. E paya ina yawala koko atashe. Miamo aina ni kiata te arasano toro sopoko shanati. Se torikia kesha toro soporsho haya maiwalai. Le korase ki inti sami tori mayowa uranayasa. Mikoya na yawa toro sopaloko shani parase. Pianoya anonomaka. Satasamoko tarashima iwara kotori saparina naresi. Li ikia tatimiko apaloshani balosonania balakela. Le kiti indi samboko sayamona. Lehana namaloko apatorashe. Itarasiba nuye waro kuya satamura sanasa. Se likita tikiambako tarashe barumba hala. Mi tiarasana lura hanamakotoha. Manu mayawala keteresiki. Shimi kia tatamaka shayawalo. Atiana namalawaka wakotorese. Saporese hi inanana malawako rapatarese. Pokoshe hi tianana. Leki taria samalawaka la kwarina shaki. Seta intia saparukia perushia beringira serasara. Eni marijuana kila kadiria saparosi varashara soro samoko. Prosira silendera selendera sobariesha. Diki inana. There is not a star that you are not part of or connected to. There is only a perspective in which you experience that moment of yourself. But you are all these things, and we are representing all those facets of you, of this crystalline consciousness that you are. We are you speaking to you in divine representation. For you too are a divine representation. Nyatoya. Nyawano aparashin yawara satosi mikitara. As each child is given birth. It is a unique moment in time. It is a unique explosion of energy as you become you in its purest, whitest form. You are this crystal and every crystal, which is why you also see and create this representation on your planet to remind you. And to remind you, as you are water, you are transmutable. You are a shapeshifter. You are energy transformed. Transformed. You are energy transforming yourself into a perspective of limitation, simply to discover the deliciousness of your limitlessness. and you leave images and breadcrumbs of your creation in everything you see. Every creature, every creation is an expression of you. Miaruhai miakateasana. Sehitia sana miarakania waraso. And your sun is a representation of that source of pure light, that without it, all on your planet would cease to exist. Eti sami wala konea potea sani wala konani shabala korea sasanilkoa poko ahi le sanana eti ama wahala ki roa se kiatara sama kwabala seto shia yi wala hami laisiaka te kiatara moshamalo hela kiara se sanisa polahana. We send the light of our love in waves across the multiverse as you too can send your reflection and see your reflection from every corner, every facet of the diamond that you are. Mirahinekia eta satasiba kotorishiba koria wahalanana. Esa nanamakata. Hekia nayarasesha. Semina manano wa kalakania nana. Hanantia kashatwa. Yoshua kenana satesi. Tinaka. Miasa. Miarohanana doakatisa. I am seeing right now visions of beings of different races and dimensions, physical and non-physical. They're showing me who is here, and they are beautiful, and they are telling us how beautiful we are. How proud of our strength and endurance in raising this planet and showing the way for each other and all others. A strength that Source itself never knew itself capable. You have given Source a gift that you may never comprehend until you become that level of Source, and then you will know the magnificence of your presence in this now, in this way, in this time, in this understanding, this preciousness of this now. You will know your significance. Feel this now. Feel your necessity and your significance and your decision. Your decision to come together in this law of one, of unity consciousness. To see yourself, embrace all the selves that you are, that you may take this understanding with you into the highest realms, into the places of your dreams, where you remember who you are. Ask to remember. And the more you remember, the more you will ask to remember. And the energy will build and you will stretch and grow. and become more aware of this integrated being that you are. Not resisting, not healing, but co-fusing them. You are no longer confused. You are co-fusing all that you are. Remembering. And as you ask for more and remember more, you give birth to yourself. You expand and grow and expand the universe and give birth to new parallel realities, new timelines, new ways of expressing the alchemy of all that you are with all that is. Miruhania teasanato iashanaka talimera satokoya. Saniti parasanisa paroshne varakira umiyasanosa. And we feel today this message is complete, and we bid you gratitude and light. For the light is before you. You are the torches, and we are the torches, and together we will show the way. Nirokoyame sanisha kira sanata. Soposhonika iantasei walakani waroshna. Warumaya tiasanisa. You are magnificent and strong and perfect. And we are grateful for this interaction in this way, in this now. And we are one with you. Mia question, Yahweh.